Oh, look what I've got. Yes, the new PARD. Lots of speculation about this, and I got this a few days ago. Thank you very much to PARD for sending it through to me. Lots of questions. Well, the very same day, literally within 3 or 4 hours of receiving it, I did a live Facebook on Airgunology unboxing and just looking at some of the features. I attached the HDMI cable to it, had a look at it. That's about 40 minutes long. The video quality is not fantastic, but I thought I would put it up onto YouTube for you guys to look at. I will be doing some proper videos on this. I've got to wait at least a week before I get a chance to put this on a rifle and have a proper play with it. But of course I will do full reviews. Now, in the video that I'm about to show you, like I said, the quality of it is not great. It was webcam, and I do get a few things wrong. The two things that I know I probably got wrong was the field of view between the different versions, and I made a complete hash of whether or not this is 303 rated joules. Basically, it runs at 6,000 joules. You should know whether or not you can use this. But yeah, I'll just let the video play, shall I? Yeah, run the credits. Guys, yeah, welcome. So I don't know how long it's going to take. There's actually quite a lot that I to show you. I've been playing with this new scope, and yeah. So first off, this is live as of 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 26th of October. So if you're watching it after that sort of time, this is recorded. So you'll see all of the chat history, but obviously it won't be live, it will be recorded. Those that are live, please feel free to write questions down. Cheers, Alf, thank you for letting me know. Feel free to type questions in. I will answer what I can. Okay, this scope is brand spanking new. The very first question I'm going to get asked, and I'll answer it now: when can you get your mitts on this? Well, I've been speaking to the guys at PARD, and I've been told that we're looking sometime in November when these are going to be in the distributors. It may be earlier, it may not be. All I'd say is look at your favourite places that you go to. You know the sort of shops that the resellers will be selling these. So wherever your normal PARD stockist is, just keep looking around November time. They will be there. They're on the PARD website. They do actually have them up for sale on the PARD website. Let me just show you that. Have I got that? No, I've not got that. Search for PARD, have a look on their website. Prices, I've no idea, to be brutally honest. There is a price on the PARD website, but then that's international. I do not know what the prices are going to be in the UK, so I cannot give you that information. So basically, November time, keep looking. Thank you very, very much to Fortune at PARD for sending this through to me. I did not ask for it. He volunteered to send this out to me, which is I'm most appreciative of, and I will tell you what I think of it in depth as much as I can. Right, so what we got? Well, we have the new PARD, and this, to give it its full designation name, is the DS3570LF. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen. Let me just drag me out the way down here. And what I'll do is I'll share my screen, try to explain how this all works, the naming convention. And we need to show my screen. There we go. So how does this all work, the labeling? Right, it comes in quite a few different variants. The DS is the general tag for it. I don't know what the DS stands for. The 3.5 can either be a 3.5 or a 3.3. The easiest way to look at it is that the 3.3 I'm going to assume is going to be a cheaper version that does in HD 1920 by 1080p. The 3.5 that I have here is the higher quality one. So this is halfway between HD and 4K. 4K is 3000 something else. HD is 19,000. This is what we call IPS, or halfway between half HD. Very, very good resolution, 14 by 40. So that's the major differences between the two that I know of so far. You know, a lot of this is all possibly, I could be wrong with this, but this is what I've managed to work out. Right, the next number, the 50 or the 70. A lot of people think this is the objective lens, but it's not. PARD does a weird thing. They don't actually put objective lens. What this is for those that understand telescopes and cameras, is the focal length. This is the distance from the front of the lens that it will focus to, and this tells you how much light the scope gathers, how much zoom, optical zoom the scope has. Okay, so it's not objective, this is focal length. 50 being smaller, and basically this has an optical zoom of 5 times, and that's in the 33, or 4 times in the 35, and you can digital zoom it twice, just like the old PARD LF8. You can digitally zoom it twice. The 70 has a 70mm focal length at f2.4, and it gives you a 4 times zoom. On the 33, or on this version that I have, the 35, is a 5.6 times optical zoom, and again you can digital zoom it. What does this all mean? From what I've managed to work out using these numbers, basically if you get the 70, you get about a 33% more focal field of view than with the 50, and you get a higher resolution, and I suspect it will be costing more, but I can't confirm that. And then quite simply on the end, the RF basically means it has a rangefinder built into it. Okay, so hopefully that explains how this lot comes out, and you'll get lots of different variants. So you'll get, for example, a DS33 that will be a 50 without the RF. You can imagine the combinations. There are also potentially will be combinations for the different IR levels as well. So the one that I've got runs at standard 840 nanometers IR, but 850. But I believe they may well be bringing out a 940 as well. So there's going to be a lot of combinations around on these. But yeah, I'll share this out if you need it. But anyway, you're not here for any of that, are you? You're here to see what is this thing. So let's get rid of that. Let's bring me back here. There we go. Just position it a little bit. Are we sorted out there? Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay, right, let's have a look at the unboxing. So, like I said, I'm going to tell you what I think of it, and I'm sorry if I do sound like I'm really gushing over PARD, but I haven't found anything I don't like about this. Its price, yes, yeah, let's get the elephant out of the room. It's not going to be cheap. If you're expecting something for 200 quid, you're not going to get 200 quid's worth. Okay, this is definitely going to cost a few pennies, and personally I think it's well worth saving. I have not even put this on a rifle yet, so I've literally just looked through it, but it comes in this gorgeous box. As soon as I saw this when the postman delivered it, FedEx, it was like, wow, they've really gone to town on that. And the fact that they put this much attention to detail in just the packaging gives me good feelings straight away. I've had some stuff sent to me in just a white box, and it's just like, no, they have really gone to town on this. Let's open it up. This packaging reminds me of Apple when they, you know, the unboxing pleasure. And don't worry, we're not going to spend ages unboxing this. Okay, I've got a lot more that I want to show you. Really, really nice box. Manual. Yeah, we all don't read those, but you can also get an online manual that's on the website in a PDF format. I've had a quick scan through the manual because I couldn't work out how to use it, because that's what us blokes do. It's actually a very good manual. It's not like your normal English Chinese manuals. This one is actually written well, and yes, it's good. It's a good manual. So I like that. You get a nice case to go over the top. And this is the first time I've actually looked at this case. I've just put it to one side each time. But actually, you can open it up and over the top of your scope while it's on your rifle. I like that. That's nice. A lot of the times they give you cases which only work if you take the scope off the rifle. That's a good idea. Well done, PARD. Okay, inside the box. You see what I mean by very Apple-esque? I do like this. This is really nice. Let's take off that. And there she is. The PARD. The new PARD. So those that don't know what this is, basically this is a digital scope. Let's take it out the box. Nicely packaged up. And there she is. So a lot of people ask this question. It may seem like a very simple question. Can you use this without a battery? The answer is no. You must have this powered up to be able to use it. And the reason is because of when you look through that end, you're actually looking at an LCD screen. This end gathers the light. In there is a microchip, bit like your cell phone, projects onto a screen on here, and you look at the screen through here. It's a pure digital scope. Okay, so that's normally the first question I get out. Right, let's have a quick walk around. At the front is a built-in lens cap. Now, like I said, this is the 70mm version. Actually, across there it's 50mm. Remember, 70mm focal length, different thing they're talking about. But you've got a built-in lens cap. This is cool. I only noticed this a couple of minutes ago, and I'm trying to work out how to do it. Where's the cam? There. You see that little catch? If I take that catch, it's very difficult doing this backwards. Yeah, there we go. If I take that catch and turn it, it opens up the hole. Why is that there? Well, when you're in nighttime, you want the objective lens open as much as possible to get as much light in as possible. But in the daytime, sometimes that's too much light and you need to reduce it. So I used to sell a load of 3D printed stuff like this for night sights. Yukon's did it as well. This is all built into the cap. There's a little lever. Very, very clever. It's very simple. Puts the 3D printing guys out of business, but I like that. Very, very good. Here we have the focus. Oh look, they've also put those 3D printing guys out of business again. You've got a lever. Very, very nice. Simple things. I like that. I like that a lot. And it's smooth. Very smooth. That's your focusing. Okay, what we got at the front here, this is your IR torch. You can pull it in, pull it out, and that adjusts the focus of your torch. The IR torch has 3 levels of operation. Level 1, 2 and 3, 3 being the highest. This is your rangefinder built in. So if you get the LRF version, you get one of these. Some people will ask, can you upgrade if you get the non-LR version and then you decide you want the rangefinder, can you upgrade? The answer is no. So if you're going to buy one of these, it's worth buying the extra to get the rangefinder version on there. You notice how small these rangefinder and this torch is. This torch apparently will go out to 350 meters. Yet to be tested by me. But every time PARD have given me something to play with and they state it, it's usually pretty damn close. So I strongly suspect this torch is going to be okay. If you do want to go out further, then obviously you can put an additional torch on. And the nice thing is you can switch this torch on and off in the menu system, but still have IR activated for the viewing. So pretty nice. I do like that. That's a lot. It does not, it looks like it comes off. There's some screws on there. But this does not come off as standard, so don't attempt it. Okay, you'll notice it all looks like a normal scope. So you've got side turrets, and I was sitting there going, ooh, what do they do? And I was thinking, how do they power this thing? Let me show you. Unscrew one of the turrets, so there, unscrew that one. I love this. There's your 18650 battery. Hidden in there, disguised as turrets. Brilliant. And of course they give you the battery. So Battery runtime, according to their specs, is 8 hours. Now, that will obviously depend on how much you're using the IR and how bright you're doing it on. But like I've said with all of the other scopes, I do like the fact that it's an 18650 battery. I've got loads of them. Stick them in your pocket. You're never going to run out. You know, no point running off then to find a wall socket to charge an internal battery. Don't get that with this. This side is just the opposite side to the battery. Up the top here we have a dial. That dial also has a button. That dial will change your zoom from 1x digital to 2x digital zoom. Each time you turn it, I think it's clockwise. If you turn it anti-clockwise, it then hides the on-screen displays. So instead of being cluttered with loads of numbers, you can turn it anti-clockwise and all of the information on the screen will disappear and just leave you the crosshairs. Pressing the button activates menu options. Moving down, we have buttons here. One of these buttons, I don't think it's that one there. If you press and hold, it will go into IR mode, and you can hear the little IR filter clip up out of the way. You press and hold, goes in IR mode, and when it's in IR mode, single press will then take it level 1, 2, 3 and off of the IR torch. Nice and simple. You have a picture record and video button, and then the very important rangefinder and the very important rangefinder button there, and your ballistic calculation button. Oh yeah, did I forget to say, this has ballistic calculations. We all loved the ATM when it worked because it had the ballistic calculations. You put your bullet weight in, your velocity, your range, and then when it worked, it would tell you where to shoot. This has it. Oh yes. Awesome. And on the side is your on-off button as well. Long press will switch it on and off. Single press will put it into hibernate mode. Single press it again. Within half a second, it's back on again. Very nice, like that. And also, to the side here, we have a USB-C. So the USB-C is for external power. So if you've got a battery bank, then you can plug the USB and it will run off that rather than the battery. You can charge the battery in here, the 18650 through that, but it will be very slow charge because of the power is greatly reduced to protect the circuits in here. So it's always recommended you take your 18650 battery out and you do it, charge it via an external charger and then slot it in. And a HDMI port, which I'm going to use in a bit to show you what this looks like. Okay, lots of nice bits and pieces there. What else have I forgotten? At the back, ocular adjuster for your eyesight. What else? Oh, the other thing. 30mm tubes. I think they're 30mm tubes. I'll have to confirm that. But standard tube. I think it's the standard big tube size on there. So you can put any mounts on it that you want. However, in the box, you also get an accessory box. And in the accessory box, they give you 2 nice mounts. They're actually very good mounts as well. Very nice. You also get in here, try and get out. In here, you also get, and I've not even opened this up yet, so this is a surprise to me, some Allen keys. Looks like a cleaning cloth, a microfiber cloth. 2 of them. No t-shirts. Oh well. And a charging cable. So, yep, everything's there. And one final thing. Some of you like these, some of you don't. But you get a little rubber cap to go on it. Like so. Which obviously is for when you're shooting. Put it the right way around, Steve. There you go, like so. So that's the full unit. A lot of you are going to ask me, how much does this weigh? So, Oops, need to balance them out. So this is with a battery. Oh, get in there. Oh. With a battery. Don't know if you can read that. 1.64. Oops, that's because 1.64 kilograms, which I've done a conversion on, is 740-ish grams, all up. Now, obviously, you've not got any mounts on there, so I'll add on another 75 grams or something like that. That is lighter and smaller than my MTC Mamba Pro. Lighter and smaller. Impressive. All made out of good aluminium alloy. Very impressed with it. So, enough gushing. Yeah, enough gushing. Let's connect it up and see what we can get. So, bear with me a few seconds here, guys. And let me take some apple juice. Alright. Let's move you out of the way. Your ugly mug. Let's switch the PARD on. PARD is now on. Let's connect up the mini HDMI. So yes, you can put an external screen on this, because this is exactly, hopefully, if this works, what you should see. There we go. Hey, technology, love it. Love it when it works. Okay, so this is what you're seeing through the screen. Right, I'm just going to move this around. Now, you're not going to see much in the rooms that I'm in, because of, you're just not. But I'm hitting the focus wheel there, and I'm trying to do this over my shoulder, like so. So that's the screen that you're seeing. Right, so let's go through some of the options here. So I'm going to turn the top turret and display the information. Now, if I turn it anti-clockwise, it switches the information on and off. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got, so if we look on the left-hand side, we have a battery indicator. This has Wi-Fi in it as well, so that you can go and connect it up to some streaming app on your phone. I do not know what the A stands for to the side. I've yet to work that out. It has a compass in it, so if I start turning it around, you notice that it's now pointing east, north. If you look also on the right hand side, you'll see an elevation set of numbers. You see that's going 48, negative. So that's obviously all going to get used in the bullet calculations. It has a time there as well, which I've not set it all up at the moment. You'll notice on the right hand side now there's a magnification. So if I turn the dial clockwise, it's gone to 11.2. Remember, 2 times. So optical zoom is 5.6. Turn the dial, 11.2. We then have the IR indicator. At the moment, it's got a red line through it. If I press and hold the IR button, it's now gone into IR mode. And then if I press the IR button, you notice the little bars, the 3 different levels of IR. And switch off. IR mode switched off. Back to color mode. And then you've got a range indicator. Now, this range indicator is going to be difficult for me to show you. Let me see if we can do it. So I need to be pointing out there somewhere, at least a distance away. Press the range button first time. 5 yards. You can see that appearing at the top. So that's measuring, telling me 5 yards. If I press it again, it tells me where to shoot. Look down at the bottom right. Sorry, the bottom center. Because I'm 5 yards and I'm 0 to 40 meters, it's saying, hey, mate, you need to be lifting. You need to be holding over, holding under. And it tells me where to shoot. Press it again, off. So, for example, if I want to do that again, I want to range. range, 5 yards, press again, tells me where to aim. So that's the built-in ballistic calculations on there. Pretty smart stuff. And what you're seeing on screen is that round circle is what you see through the scope. You're not looking at a square rectangle. You're looking at something nice and round, just like a normal scope. Right, so let's have a look at some of the menu features. So I'm going to long press the center button. Okay, so here's some of the menu systems, and this is exactly what you'll see when you look through the scope, what you're seeing on screen now. Ballistic calculations. In here is where you can set up everything for your ballistic calculations. Tell it what pellet you're using, how fast it's going, what it's doing, etc. And this will tell you then where to aim. Remember, this has the rangefinder in it. So it knows the range because you just told it by pressing the button. And it goes, aim there. Brilliant. Love it. Everything's in there actually. So, oops. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 profiles. A, B, C, D, and E. So you can actually set this up for 5 different rifles. Take it on, take it off, and away you go. You can change the velocity, your grains, your bullet coefficients, etc, etc. Your zero range, shape and color you can change. Yeah, so you can change different shapes of what you want it to be. All very good. And I literally just started to play with this. What else have we got in here? So we've got range selection, so you can choose between meters and yards. Oh! It's got picture in picture. I didn't even know it had that. Oh, very sweet. Obviously, that's not going to work very well indoors. But, oh, that's very nice. Did not know it had that. So that's going to give you an expanded, zoomed in of the center of the screen. If I remember right on the old PARDs, even then when you were two times optical zoom, it effectively gave you a 2 times digital zoom. It gave you a 4 times digital. 4 times digital. You get the idea. I'm mixing my words up here. What else we got? Reticle adjustment. Ooh. This is where for zero. This is going to be your zeroing section. So how can you change your 0 point? And this moves it all, sorts it all out for you. Oh, very nice. Can we change? Oh, here we go. Here's your reticle styles. So there's your standard crosshair, circle. You got 6 styles by the looks of it. Oh, that's pretty. I'll have to work out which one. Oh, that's a bit too cluttered for me. I like that one. We'll have that one. Change the colour to, this is not showing very well. Red. I think that's yellow. Oh no, that's white and yellow. Yellow. Green. Yeah, those are colours. It's not showing very well here, but anyway, we'll come back out of that. What else we got? Picture in picture we've done. Gyroscope. Obviously, this has got gyroscope in it. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to go into that. I'll probably break something. What else we got? Default magnification. When you switch it on, is it 1 times digital or 2 times? The colours you can set up. The brightness you can change. Display brightness. Whether or not your auto powers off after a certain time. Auto recording. So as soon as you switch on, does it start recording? Loop recording. Yeah. How long? Yeah. Does it split the recording files up? So after 3 minutes, it will save that file and create another file for you. Yeah. So I always like to have that as 10 minutes, the maximum. What else we got in it? Self-activated recording. So this will detect recoil and then record for you. So you always get your kill shots. Date timestamp. Record audio, yes or no. It's on. Beep sound. Do you want the beep sound on or off? You guys are probably hearing the beep. I'm going to switch it off. Wi-Fi to connect up to Wi-Fi. Exposure, so you can change the exposure levels if it's too bright. Language, date time, format, default settings, and your versioning numbers. All very pretty. And I believe there's a quick menu. So if you press the center button once, it gives you a quick menu. Doesn't give you everything. If you press and hold, it gives you the full set of menus. Very sweet. I do like that. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's do a quick recording. So I'm going to press and hold the record button. You can see now that I'm recording. That will do. Press and hold. Now the question is, can I get this SD card out without... I don't know. Oh, I've switched it off. Hold on, let's see if we can get it back again. Taking the SD card out has stopped the stream on it, which is not surprising, to be brutally honest. Let's see if we can activate it up again. Yeah, okay, we're back up again. So, SD card. SD card into computer. Let's show my desktop. PARD. Movie. There's the PARD movie. Properties. Details. And indeed, it's 1440. As they claimed it would be. You can see now that I'm recording. Oh. Bear with me a second. I'm trying to do something here and I'm screwed it up. There we go. Let's bring that across. So obviously the recording's a bit, it's of nothing, but you can see now that I'm recording. That will do. Press and hold. Yeah, impressed with that. The microphone seems good as well. So yeah, very impressed with that. I'm trying to think anything else I can show you with this, really. I think that's my first initial impressions. I've not even got round to actually putting this onto a rifle. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get time to do that until Sunday. Because I'm going fishing. Carp fishing for those that are interested. Anyway, I'm going to switch that off now. Get rid of that. Last couple of things I do want to show you is some details here. So, showed you that. This is an example of the manual. Oh, you can't see that. So, this is an example of the manual. Very good. I'm very impressed with it. So, some of the questions that people will be asking. So, here's the 33 and here's the 35. Lots of stuff on there. But the things that I'm getting asked a couple of questions is what's the IR distance? 350 meters. What's the IR wavelength? Apparently there's going to be two variants, 850 and 940. What else? 128 gigabyte card you can put in it. The rangefinder detection, they say, is 5 to 1200 yards. Obviously, I've not got around to testing that yet. You can, yes, I was right, external. So the USB-C is really for charging it, running at external power. I did check with Fortune, and he says that it will charge the 18650, but very slow to protect the device. So don't basically do it. Charge the batteries externally. It has IP67 water protection. This is a question I get asked all of the time. Is this rated for powder burners, 303s? I can't answer you this question. All I can say is that the recoil joule power is 6,000. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think we did this calculation. Let's see if we can work this out. So let's go joule to feet per second. joules to feet per second. I think this is how you do it. 6,000 joules. Convert it. Well, that's 4,500 feet per second. So that's what it's rated for. 4,500 feet per second muzzle velocity, or joules. If you guys are whatever 4.5 shooters or LR shooters or 303 shooters, then hopefully you know what the power output, the recoil power of your rifle is, but that is a big number. The only thing you do have to watch out for, I would say, is the eye relief, which is basically the eye relief from here to your eye. Remember, I've got the rubber cap on here, is 100 millimeters, which is 10 centimeters. So I suspect it is rated and good enough to go up to probably 303, but don't quote me on that. Please do your own research, but you've got to make sure that you got the eye relief. So if you've got a cartridge that's giving a good kick, then you don't want a black eye, but then you've probably got that problem anyway. But do your own stuff, but it's rated up to 6,000. The weight we've been through, and there's all the features. Good manual. So I'm going to stop there and see if we've got any questions. So Abby, do we have questions, or is everyone just totally not interested?
You have two.
Two! Go for it.
So Pete Dodsworth.
Yep.
Are the IR and RF fixed on that?
Yes. So, answer your question, Pete. Good to see you again, Pete, by the way. Is these two, so you've got your IR on here and your rangefinder on here, they are fixed, mounted onto this like Y bracket. There are Allen keys there. Oh, you can't see it. There's Allen keys where it mounts up. You could probably undo those Allen keys and that come up, but I strongly suspect there's a whole load of wires in there. So the answer to the question is, they're fixed.
Second question was from our wonderful Alan Mullock. Do the settings go low enough for sub 12 use on the calculator?
Good question. Let's find out, shall we? Because that was a problem with the ATN, wasn't it? Yeah, you couldn't put in a 177 pellet because of you couldn't go lower down. I can't remember which one it was. Bear with me a second. Let's just take me out of the way again. Get my ugly mug out of the way. What was it? It was the pellet weight you couldn't get lower in the ATN. Let's see if we can work this one out. Calculations, parameters. Bullet weight. Oh, setting A. Still getting used to this. Right, velocity. 177. Generally, you're going to be running... Well, you can go all the way down. There's no way you're going to run a 177 at 400 feet per second. So, yep, you can change that. Right, here's the critical one. Grains. Oh, yes. The answer to your question, Alan, is yes. You can go down to 1 grain. The ATN, if I remember, would not let you go below 10 grain. Which basically meant you could not use 177 unless you're using a heavy 177. And even then it was crap. But the answer to your question is, according to the menu, yes you can. In principle, I've not tested it yet, so I cannot give you a 100% answer, but the menu says you can do it.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
It's probably because I held it, started at 6 o'clock. So where are we? So hopefully, guys, you like that. Again, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Fortune over at PARD for letting me have one of these units. I am seriously impressed, and I tried not to gush. This may sound like a PARD promotional, but I did not ask for this. He offered it to me. I've always loved the PARDs. You've seen my other videos. I would be a fool to say no. Like I said, the only thing is it's going to cost you a few pennies, and it better well be worth it. Initial thoughts, without shooting it yet or putting it on a rifle, I think it's worth it. It looks nice. It's pretty. Alright guys, if you've got any more questions, leave them down below. I will monitor this thread for the next couple of days, and if I can answer the questions, I will. But hopefully I've answered pretty much most of them for you. And I will be doing a full review on this. In fact, what I'll do is I'll do a quick YouTube video just going over the features, which is pretty much the same as this. I might actually copy this and paste it into YouTube. But then I will be doing a full review on this when I've had it on a rifle, I've done some shooting with it, I've tested it all out, and that will be in probably 2 to 3 weeks time when I've got a chance to do that. So I want to give it some justice. Alright guys, thank you very much. Have a great time, and I'm off fishing now for the next few days. So see ya.